So the last part of a camera lens that I want to talk about is going to be known as the back focus. And with the back focus, this is going to be a ring that's almost where the lens attaches to the camera. So we have your focus, your zoom, your iris, and now the back focus. And the back focus is one of those things that once it's set, you pretty much should never have to touch it. If you ever notice that you have an issue where you'll zoom in on something, focus, and zoom back out, and it's blurry, zoom back in, it's clear, zoom back out, it's blurry, that means your back focus is out and you're going to have that adjusted. This tends to be adjusted more by a professional staff member as well as an engineer at a television station for them to set that up. So the back focus is one of those things that you kind of never really know about because once it's set, you forget it, and that's something that you're never really going to have to tweak much. But if you do notice that you are a good shot when you zoom in, then when you zoom out, it's blurry. That means your back focus on sure got out. And this is mostly seen in production cameras and studio cameras that has a large lens mounted to the camera body. Whereas more modern ENG, the smaller cameras, don't tend to have that to worry about since that's kind of controlled in the settings. Now, one of the other things that's we're going to talk about is the umbilical cord. Not so much the one on the left, more the one on the right. And this is a cable that sends video from the camera back to the production booth. Likewise, it sends electricity from the production booth to the camera, and it also gives the production booth the ability to control aspects of the camera like zoom, focus. In some stations, the pedestals even remote, so the production booth can even like remotely control and move the studio around. But the umbilical cord is going to be on a studio camera only, and you're not going to see it in an ENG camera. And some of the things that you can control using the using the umbilical cord are going to be things like we've got the ability to control power, turn the camera on and off. We can use this lever to adjust the iris and the brightness. You have the ability to use another dial to control how much of a black level, how dark a black is or how softer a black is. You also have the ability to perform a white balance, which is known as a technique for setting up the camera. Now, at Trojan Vision, our CCU does not control zoom, we do not do focus, and we do not do movement such as sliding the camera, trucking or dialing the camera around on the studio. There are some stations that do have fully automated systems, but for Trojan Vision, zoom, focus, and movement are done at the camera and not at the CCU. So that's just a little bit about some of the aspects of going into a camera, how it's fed, how it gives you information, and uh, back focus.